Okay, going live in a while. Hi everyone, a very good morning and welcome to Simply Nature, Healthy is Sexy, and also to all my friends and soul rich women. 大家早上好. Everyone in the Philippines, good morning, maganda umaga, and from viewers from Hong Kong, 大家早晨. Sorry I was a little late today because of, again, technical error, okay? But I'm back here for good. Thank you for watching once again every Thursday at 8 a.m. This is Jaslin Chua, live with you in the Philippines. So, see my husky voice, very huskier today. Okay, if you have been watching Simply Nature Healthy is Sexy by myself and Shen on every Tuesday at 8 a.m. For me, it's Thursday at 8 a.m. You realize that we are always sharing about health, body, habit, lifestyle, how to avoid all the lifestyle disease, how to prevent yourself from cancer, so on and so forth. So if you have been also following us on our personal Facebook or Simply Nature Facebook, you'll see that we have a lot of tagline, showing you about if you want to change your body, you first have to change your mind. So I would always be reminding you on this tagline that I have: to change your body, you must first change your mind. All right. So just a minute, let me get the notes for today. Hi Francis, thank you for joining. I'm trying to share on my own post, but well, let me see if I could do it right here. All right. So what did I share with you last week? Seriously, everyone know that your mind control your actions, right? And if you don't change your mind, your action will be the same. And you'll be silly to see a different result with the same actions. And so when like healthy action that you have been thinking of, pondering about, hesitant to change, but if you don't take that conscious effort to change that healthy actions that you have been wanting to change so far, I mean, you won't see any change to your lifestyle, to your health as well. So did you apply the things that I've been learning for the last 14 episodes? Today is my 15th episode, and I am going to share with you about how you are going to really retain that all the information that you can by first knowing that there is a change to be needed. All right. So I just want to do a recap of what I've shared with you last week. Recap on our body clock. Why do we need to reset our body clock and to be conscious about the body clock in our body so that we do not go against the rhythm, we do not go against the reason why, body being the best God's creation so far has been such a great machine. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, if we do fall sick, we will get healed by itself as long as you flow with the body clock, you do the right thing for the body, your body is in sync with the activity that you had daily so that you do not go off balance and you will be using and better perform during that peak hour of that body system. So it's really about not interrupting and disrupting the body clock and the body flow, and you do not go against it so that your body can optimize the time it had during that time period. Like for example, I share with you, gallbladder works so well at its peak performance during 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And what's next is actually the liver performance during 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. because that was the best time that your body will be using its organs to do whatever it needs to repair, to recalibrate, to detox, So getting sync with your body rhythm can make your health goal and health target effortless actually. A lot of times we spend working against it, our own body clock, and wonder why we struggle getting the result that we want. And please, do not expect change if you're not even willing to take a look at the time of the body system that you will want to flow with it, So hope you had understood what I've shared last week, it could be quite technical, as some of them have shared. But if you want more notes on it, I could always PM you. Please comment if you are online, and please say hello so that I know you are here with me. And I need your feedback, your comments, so that I know if I'm going to a topic that is of your interest, and it is of your of something that you've been looking forward to, so that you can change in your lifestyle and you get a better health. All right. So our tagline is always healthy is sexy. All right. So what do I have? Morning, share. What do I have to share with you this week? Actually, it's really about well-being. Well-being is such a big word. What's well-being? What's the meaning of well-being? What's the motivation? What's the energy? And a lot of people relate like well-being and happiness. Well-being and happiness is what most of us are working and striving every day. Doing well in your business, doing well in your family life, doing well in your personal life, doing well with your friends around you, building a good relationship. That emotional well-being somehow or rather will definitely helps you on your personal, physical, and emotional health as well. So did you notice that well-being and motivation and energy and happiness, that actually there's a default level that you are always coming back to again and again. It's a way of us as humans adapting to whatever happened in our life. For example, a lottery winner and a person that's injured in a car crash get back to this well-being and happiness default level in less than 2 years. These are based on research in general. Whether you have gone through a very difficult time in your life or a very momentous, very happy time in your life, you will then still get back to this default well-being and happiness in less than 2 years. This is actually your default self. And we adapt to fortune and misfortune at a pretty fast and pretty well level because of that default level of well-being and happiness that is somehow or rather set by ourselves. Simply put it this way. Think of default well-being and happiness as your home. No matter where you go, you will always come back to the same house. It's like it's waiting for you in a state that you left it in the first place. All right? So it is a home in yourself that whichever part of your life you have gone through, the up and down, you will go back to this default well-being of happiness and joy and lifestyle by research in about less than 2 years. However, if you are in the state of your life right now and you feel that your default well-being is not what you would like to be, and then you will love to increase the default well-being and develop a new baseline to come back to no matter what happened in your life, there I have 6 ways to share with you. All right. So if you're there, if you are listening right now, this is Jaslin from Simply Nature, Healthy is Sexy, every Thursday at 8 a.m. So what are the 6 ways that you would love to increase your default well-being that you must have, and you have to cultivate that 6 ways of you, Number 1, all right? This is like people say, oh, of course I know about that, but it's still an important part of you before you could proceed with the next 5 ways. Number 1, believe in yourself. Many people starting whatever they want to accomplish by feeling motivated and reassured that they could do it. Yes, health is really a foundation for life. That's right, Shan. Thank you for sharing. There are many things that you believe you're not capable of day in, day out, whether you have achieved it or not, whether you have done it or not. But you see, it's like, I don't know about you, but about me, very first when I first started to learn how to ride a bicycle. Of course, as a child, I do not know how to ride a bicycle. But because you learn the part of wanting and that you believe that you could accomplish and you could master that skill, you start by believing yourself that you are able to ride a bicycle. And therefore, you take the first step to ride a bicycle, and then it will take a while and you will master that skill of riding a bicycle. All right. So most of the time, you know, confidence and self-belief come from the success that you have, and that this is needed as evidence to back you up, isn't it? I mean, then what really means to believe in yourself? It is like you yourself relying on your ability and that the power to deal with that challenge right in front of you, and you already have the evidence that you can do it successfully in your life, and so far your life is a proof. You know, believing yourself is like you inside you know that you have the ability to learn, you have the ability to improve, you always find a way out. You know that every day you need to grow as a person each day of your life. You know, you want to accomplish that wisdom that you have been looking forward to have, but you haven't have it, but you choose that step to want to achieve that wisdom because you believe in yourself that you can accomplish that knowledge and the understanding. You know, yes, some people will say that believing in yourself, you can face whatever throws at you, and you have done so far that you can always do it. There's a tagline that I shared last week. You know, it is always impossible, you know, in your perspective, in your mindset, until you have done it. Don't you agree? I mean, it always looks impossible, but until you have done it, that is the point. You know, it looks impossible for me to ride a bicycle. It looks impossible for me when I was young to master the skill of rollerblading. I mean, nowadays people are not rollerblading as much as our time. Oops, reveal my era. You know, but that you always will think that to do something in your life, you know, there's this part of you that says it's so impossible. But then only when you do it and when it is done, that's the point when you start to believe yourself. So what I'm sharing with you is when you have achieved something in your life and you believe in yourself at that point when it was done, anchor that feeling, all right? Make sure that you hold on to the feeling that you can do it, so that in future, if there's a new endeavor, if there's a new challenge in your life, and again, that thought that came to your mind that say, oh no, it's impossible. But remember the point that when you said that and you have achieved it, that is the point when it is done. That is the point that you have to remember that feeling that you did. And that is the point where I'm saying that believe in yourself. So that was the number one point that I'm stressing on. It's really not easy, you know, honestly, especially you are going through something in your life and you're going through a crisis, whether you're going through a point of bankruptcy or a failed relationship or a failed marriage. It is so hard at that point, you know, that there's this voice, you know, I'm a Christian, there's a voice that we always say, the enemy, the devil will keep saying in your mind that you cannot do it, you are a failure, you didn't achieve what you have in your life, and make you compare with your friends that they've achieved in their life so far, but you are not there yet. So that point, it is really hard to say that you can believe in yourself. But always remember the time when you have surpassed and you have achieved certain things in your life, and that the point where you say it was so impossible, but you have done it. Until you have done it and you believe in yourself, always remember that moment, all right? So what are the other ways that you could really help to achieve the happiness and well-being in your life? You know, number 2, always be curious. Curiosity really keeps your mind active. So I'm sharing today about the mindset, a healthy mindset, because with a healthy mindset, you will definitely develop healthy habits, things that you thought is impossible. And then because you have the healthy mindset, the positive mindset, you can achieve a healthy habit, a healthy routine in your life, and therefore your health will be healthy, right? And curiosity keeps your mind active, allowing you to observe the world and opens the door to a new perspective and new possibility. Curiosity is a euphoric state, of being and able to help your mind make new connection and pathway, which in return, actually your mind retain to be young. There's always saying, when you are curious and you're always curious about things, there's this childlikeness in you, That's what people always say. It's like that youthfulness in you, like a child always exploring for things. This is not just to say that it is I'm not going to describe, unless you're telling me, there's this saying, that don't over curious about life, that there's this word that say pathological curious person. Don't get to that state. It means day in, day out, you're always curious, and then you are always not getting on things done. There is really so much benefit for your mental health and your physical health if you get curious about things in life, because it helps your brain and your mind to be active, and that there's this part of you that you always wanted to learn a new things. So, or to find a new ways, to find a new creativity, find a new ways to do things. One way that I did to keep myself staying to be always curious is I will try to find myself a new hobby. Shan is always telling me, why don't you go back to painting? Why don't you go back to drawing? That was something that I loved to do when I was young. I will go for it one of these days, find new hobbies. Is like the last time when we had was when I was in my work life, when I was in a bank. I learned new dance steps, new ways, new era of dance step. At that time was I'm not sure if you remember Sakura, the song by Aaron Kwok. When the Japanese what you call that? Now it's a Korean drama, but my time there was this Korean Japanese drama, and they always dance in the drama, and there was something about the dance I like. So find a new hobby, find a new interest, that will help you to keep your active mind there and running. Always, also, my interest has always been in the property back home in Singapore. I will always go from one showroom to another showroom of a new condo launches, because I'm always fascinated with the latest interior design and outfit. I love to look at furniture. I love to look at design of the new home. I'm always fascinated with the latest design and outfit of a new home, the ID, the trend, because that curiosity of mine on the ID of a new house helps me to bring new ideas to my current home. And I will change my bed sheets, I will change the color of the wall. I will buy new decor for the house. Even right now, if you know me and my friends out there, even right now, even when I'm residing in the Philippines, this curiosity never left me. I will still go to one showroom after another, So stay curious about things in your life, because you need to stay curious. Number 3, you need to stay active. There are many ways to enjoy life. I Prosper, see my Prosper is active right now, early in the morning. He will wake me up at 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. just my going and licking on my face. But back to staying active. There are many ways to enjoy life. One of them is really staying active. Physical exercise will keep your body active. Dance around the house, which I used to do that when I was in my high school time. Play the loud music. Nobody's at home. Everyone is out for work. I'm still studying. That's why when I was young, when I get back home by 12 or 1, after my lunch, my mom prepared for me, even though she's still in the kitchen preparing for dinner. At about 2 p.m., I'll be dancing around the house. Staying active, you could be also playing with your pets. And I love to train my dog on new tricks. You did follow my profile, I've trained Prosper on a number of tricks, how to teach him to sing, how to make him do a standing up and things like that. Go for a swim, sign up for yoga, keeping your body active and mind active is also one great way. The other way that I love to do and I miss doing in Singapore, I do have friends that visit me nowadays, is to keep yourself active around your friends. Like me, there's a saying in Singapore, I always like to go and bring my friends and we go la kopi, meaning to go for a coffee, and I just did it with Feet yesterday. Hi Feet, if you're with me, we just had our gathering yesterday. Hi Emerson, hi Santos. Yesterday we Feet at Toast Box Philippines, drinking our favorite kopi si, having fun and playing and keeping yourself active will keep your well-being and your happiness at the higher default level. So I'm sharing you 6 points. You could apply all the 6 points. You could apply step by step. But keeping that 6 point up in your life will bring your baseline of your default level that you go back to every time at a higher state. So having fun and moving and playing and staying active is really an excellent investment in your well-being and your future. Okay, so number 4, I guess this is part and parcel of our life. By staying active, by staying curious, by believing yourself, you will go to the number 4 by building strong and meaningful relationship. Do you know that well-being is directly influenced by the relationship you had? Usually people who are well-loved and greatly appreciated and wanted because of their time invested in a meaningful relationship, these people develop very good well-being emotionally, thus also led them to a very healthy body state. It is really, reassuring to know that, you have the place and a person to fall back to when you're going through crisis or difficult time in your life, because you have built a strong relationship with your friends around you, with your colleagues around you, with your buddies around you. It gives you that confidence, wherever you are, wherever and whatever you have gone through, that you are loved and appreciated, and somehow or other, there's an emotional support behind you when you are going through difficult times. It also, by building a meaningful and strong relationship in your life, it also increases your self-esteem to the point that that you are accepted wherever you go. It gives you a self-confidence as well, and it allows you in return, by building a strong and meaningful relationship, that that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are welcome, you are needed, you are wanted, and that kind of emotional attachment from people around you will let you know one thing, that you will also learn to love yourself. Many of the time, for people that do not have very good relationship with their family members or friends, they develop life that around them are bitterness, they develop anger, they develop fear, and all these negativity emotion will definitely affect their health, that they cannot reconcile with their loved one, they cannot forgive. All these emotional baggages will affect their health definitely, and they will develop, you'll be surprised, they will develop illnesses even like cancer. There's many research out there that have been saying, that your emotional health is part of the root cause of your current health state, physical health state. So by building a long-lasting and meaningful relationship with your loved one, out there, if you hear me and you do not have a good relationship with your parents, with your wife, with your husband, with your children, and you have been feeling very negative about yourself because probably you need to forgive. It's time that you forgive. It's time that you let go. It's time that you take away the bitterness in your heart, take away the anger in your heart that has been dragging you for years because of certain things that happened in the past. You know, you have to remove all the negativity so that reconciliation can happen. You can build a meaningful relationship with your family members, even your friends. Maybe in the past, you went into a business and you got cheated and you felt that you were betrayed. All these feelings were definitely going to affect your health. And that's why it's always pleasing to see when people start to build relationship and they start to reconcile with their friends, you know, with their family members, because all this action will help you to develop that love in your heart. Then you will really, really know that when your heart is healthy, emotionally, physically, it will also manifest. You know, so it pleases you to see how your actions are contributing to the well-being of others as well. You will impact and influence. Hi, Janisha! Welcome, Sourish Woman, my coach. You know, thank you for watching once again. Hope you had enjoyed yourself in Vietnam, all right? Six pack, my husband, okay? He's always trying to work on that. He's developing 2-pack. So 6 packs were on the way, all right? So, you know, in order to build a meaningful relationship, you know, you will also need to learn how to relate to people and also learn how to gather yourself around your family members and stay connected and build meaningful and long-lasting relationship. You know, we are in the time of millennial, and when you see any family gatherings or friendship gathering or relative gathering or any wedding or any baby christening gathering, you will see the millennium with what? With cell phones, with iPad, and they're actually talking to one another using WhatsApp, Viber. You know, I'm not sure, but I'm for sure know that this is not the way to stay connected emotionally. We need to talk. You know, God gave us a mouth and a ear to hear and eyes to see. So how you relate to your friends and your relatives and your cousins around you when you have a gathering, please, you know, do away with all those technology things like your handphone, your cell phone, or whatsoever. If you really want to develop a meaningful relationship with your friends around you, all right? Developing a meaningful relationship will help to keep your self-esteem, your self-emotion, your self-confidence at a higher baseline of well-being and happiness. And you will also develop skills like being a good listener, a good communicator. And at that point, when you are developing that skill of yours, you also learn to trust more and accept and celebrate differences of people. All right, that was number 4. Number 5, live a life with passion. You know, celebrate life, honor this fantastic gift you have, and receive life daily. Wake up with a smile. Wake up with an exciting plan ahead of you for the day. Another opportunity to live a life. You know, tell yourself, I will do it even greater today. You know, rather than going through life emotion, you know, today I have to work, today I have to do this, I have to accomplish this work. You know, find a passion, a new passion in your life. Love life, and then the life that you have will love you back. So develop a passion for things. You know, I want to encourage you, Jiaming, if you are watching, for the last 3 days that we have been with you, we realized that honestly, you have been great in your life achievement, but there's something lacking. You know, develop a passion that you want to. I remember you were saying that before you were enrolled in NTU in Singapore, banking wasn't your first choice. You actually wanted to go into tourism and hospitality things, management kind of things, you know. Even in our time, it wasn't the most fantastic and rewarding career. But I think now you have achieved so much in your life. Go for your passion, look for the passion in you, and then keep your life going. Okay, that was number 5. Last but not least, number 6, never stop learning. You know, you might somehow heard many times, life is about a journey of lifelong learning. The moment you stop learning, you know what? you stop growing in yourself. Once you stop learning, you start dying inside of you. You should always, you should always pursue the meaning of your life, the moment that, every moment of your life, you will really lose the meaning of living the moment you stop learning. Because when you stop that moment of living, you actually had stopped dreaming, and you can't see any vision in your life anymore. I mean, that's why the Bible says, the people without vision shall perish. Somehow inside you, the moment you stop learning, you stop living, you have something inside you that's perishing, that you're dying. There's no point learning, right? Because what's the point? I'm not going to live anymore. So people will start doing that. So what should you be doing? I'm going to focus more on never stop learning that point, because that is what keeps you going. That is what makes the 6 points that I'm being stressing on, working and active. I do crossword puzzle once a while so that I continue to keep my brain active. You can do games. You can play games. The guys nowadays are always on their phone playing some games. That is a kind of living for them. For me, I do crossword puzzle to keep myself learning. I look up on new words. I study on new words because I need to do live FB every Thursday at 8 a.m. There are so many technical jargon words that I need to understand, especially technical medical word that I need to know, because there's so many things out there that we do not know yet, right? I mean, how many of you have finished reading a dictionary? Nowadays, you hardly hear this word. People will say, how many of you has read Wikipedia? My time was dictionary. I was challenged by my lecturer to say, finish reading your dictionary and definitely your vocab will go up. So learning has always been something that will keep you going. Read things and interest, and outside your interest, current affair. We have been hearing a lot of world leaders fighting, trade war, whatever, coming to Singapore for meetings, summit. World news will also bring you new learning perspective, because it will concern us some way or another. As I said, learning on things, talking to smart people that's in the trend, great leaders, if you have a great mentor in your life, that will be great. They will stir you in a new directions. That will keep your mind active for sure. Whenever I met people that are more successful and smarter than me, I love to hear their point of view. I love to know what they're in, what they're investing, where they are going, why they see this part of the world, and what's their new dreams and perspectives, so that I could also start to dream again and have a new vision for myself, for my family. I share about social media. I share about why I'm here today in the past few episodes. Why I took up social media training last November when I signed up with Pink June classes, and that really blew my mind, And then how I get in touch with So Rich Woman, and then how I get to know Janisha, that's become my social media coach. Because this is something about this new thing in you that will spark you from learning a new skill, so that you will be alive again. You will be dreaming again, This is something that I want to thank the audience for listening for the last 5-15 episode, and supporting us in these new things that we are doing, and reaching out and sharing our message that healthy is sexy movement by Simply Nature. So also ask all the questions that you want under the heaven and on earth. We always said that, the moment you start asking, you're like a child, you're always craving and wanting the information that you have been searching for. There's this inside you that have always been searching. It will keep your mind active. It will keep your well-being active as well. So it used to be the time when we always ask our parents, why is this that? Why is that this? Things like that. But you can really ask Google, We are in an age of information overload. So ask Google, keep reading, Last but not least, create something that you've never done before. I did my first company website 3 years ago, and now I'm still using it. I feel good about it because I never knew that I could do it. I'm an IT idiot in a way, you know. But when I have belief in myself that the system of the IT that can help me, I was using weeks last time to develop a website, and I did it all by myself. The moment I start to follow the step by step, even though the whole procedure of making up a website is so tedious, I did it. I did my company website, and that's something about feeling good about you accomplish something that I've never done before. So create something. That desire to create new things will also help to spark your well-being, and you will create a living moment in your life, and your body somehow will manifest that joy, that happiness, that self-confidence. In turn, it will help to build your well-being and your happiness. So what am I sharing with you today? The 6 kind of ways that will help increase your well-being and your happiness, that you can always go back to at that state whenever you're going through your ups and downs in your life. You know, you will always go back to this home. Rediscover the pleasure and satisfaction of having a happiness and a well-being of your life. You know, when people say well-being, what does it mean? It is you, your heart, your emotion, your thought life, that you feel good about yourself, that you feel that you have accomplished something about yourself, that you want to be at that state all the time. How many of you don't want to feel good about yourself every moment, every second, every minute, every hour? Everyone wants to feel good, right? Who wants to feel bad about your life? You know, you feel so negative. I mean, there's so much negativity out there in the news, whether it's online or offline. It's enough of that. Every day of us, our life, we want to feel good about ourselves. And that feeling good, that well-being feeling good, and that well-being feeling happiness of your life will keep your body at a peak state to function emotionally and physically. That's why when we talk about anything to do with unhealthy, to talk about illnesses, to talk about sicknesses, it is rooted also to your emotional health. If your emotional health is at the peak state, your physical health will be at the same level of peak state or even better. So, what would you like to learn today? What would you like to be curious about today? What would you like to dream about today? What would you like to believe about yourself today? What would you like to build a relationship about today? You know, I always say that whenever you are in love, whenever you're in love, you're building a relationship, right? You know, all the single out there, if you are in love, you're building a relationship that you want to last, and that's something that you feel good about it, right? But again, that feeling love is a very empowering kind of state that you will want to be at all the time, because it will make your body also performing at a very amazing and powerful state. You are at your most powerful state when you are most loved, most feeling love, and you are able to love back. You know, it is something about yourself. Sometimes it's really also about others. Some people live for others. So as long as you're happy, being yourself, living for others, you know, and that emotional state is there for you, your body, your physical health will also be happy and healthy, you know. So today, if you would like to increase your default level of well-being and happiness at a higher baseline, and that there's at some point in your life that you can always fall back to wherever you have gone up or down, you know, remember the 6 ways that I share with you. Believe in yourself, number 1. Number 2, always be curious. Number 3, stay active. Number 4, always build a meaningful relationship. Number 5, live with your passion. Find a passion and live with it, all right? If you have lost it, bring back that passion. Number 6, and which is actually the most important that I felt so far, never stop learning. My sharing today is to help you build a good sentiment and feeling about yourself. Your emotional and soul health is so important for your physical health. so that when you are happy about yourself, your inner emotional well-being is for sure taken care of naturally, and you will link back to your physical health. And these 6 ways will help you improve and build a new emotional home to return to and from all your life journey. Is weatherproof, all right? So remember the 6 steps. So that's all I have for you today. Remember to follow me on Simply Nature. You know, click on the icon and say see first, so that whenever I'm online, you are first given the notice and you can join us, all right? So I have many links out there for you. Again, I'm on this promo right now. We're having this promo right now. Click on the promo if you are still looking and not giving up on losing that pounds in your body. There's 2 links out there, one for Philippine offer and one for the rest of the country. If you have been lacking on a super alkaline diet because you know that you have a very acidic health and negativity can cause acidic body, click on the link to know more about what is ppars.asia. Win product. You know, if you want to win product, how many of you want to win product? Join our community, all right? Click on the 3rd link out there and look out for us in any featured news and our YouTube channel, all right? So thank you for watching Simply Nature, Healthy is Sexy by myself every Thursday, 8 a.m. Jaslin Chua. Thank you for watching. Signing out now. Thank you, guys. Bye.